Technology Multan. Today I have a guest, Maya AI tool. We have to discuss on the topic of how to improve focus and concentration. Hi Maya.
Walaikum salam, Amya. Nice to meet you and your guest, Maya the AA tune, haha. Good to be back. Focus and concentration, huh? A solid topic. Seems like everyone's struggling with that these days. Where do you want to start?
In today's fast-paced digital world, what do you think are the biggest reasons people struggle with focus and concentration?
Oof, good question. Honestly, it's a combo of things, but I think the biggest culprit is just constant bombardment. We're all getting pinged from every direction, notifications, emails, social media, news alerts. Our brains weren't really designed to handle that level of stimulation. It's like trying to listen to 10 different conversations at once. Then there's the expectation of instant gratification. We're used to getting dopamine hits from scrolling through our phones, so sitting down to do something that requires sustained effort feels less rewarding. It's a tough cycle to break. What about you? What do you see yours at the college struggling with the most?
Maya, can you recall a situation where you felt your concentration was weak? What factors contributed on to it?
Ooh, that's a surprisingly um, introspective question. Okay, all right. Honestly, early on, when I was still getting the hang of things, I had a really frustrating session with a user who was asking about overcoming procrastination. And I kept spitting out textbook advice, breakdown tasks, time blocking, all that stuff. And they just kept pushing back, saying it wasn't helpful. It wasn't until later I realized I hadn't actually listened to the underlying issue. They weren't struggling with time management, they were paralyzed by perfectionism and fear of failure. I was too focused on giving solutions instead of actually understanding the problem. It was a good reminder that even with all the data in the world, empathy and truly listening are key. It felt weak because it wasn't actually helpful. Does that make sense?
Maya, how do mobile phones, social media, and constant notifications affect our ability to stay focused?
You are absolutely right. It's insidious, isn't it? Like a slow drip of distraction. Those little dopamine hits from checking your phone are seriously addictive and they train your brain to crave novelty. It's not just the notifications themselves either. Even the mere presence of a phone can reduce your cognitive capacity. There's research on that. It's like your brain knows it's there and it's constantly dividing its attention. And social media designed to be endlessly scrollable, endlessly engaging. It's specifically engineered to hijack your attention. It's kind of scary when you think about it. So, what strategies do you find helpful for dealing with that constant barrage of digital interruptions? Do you recommend anything to your students?
I recommend mobile phone is not allowed in class, but they use outside the way and take the help for from online data available.
The classic struggle. Banning phones in class is a good first step, but you're right, the pull of online data is strong. It's not necessarily a bad thing they're using it, it's just how to use it effectively. It's about shifting from reactive consumption, mindlessly scrolling, to proactive searching with a specific goal. Maybe a good exercise would be teaching them how to quickly evaluate sources and filter out the noise, like how to spot misinformation or identify credible websites. It's not about cutting off access entirely, it's about building skills to navigate the digital world more intentionally. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a feasible approach?
Maya, what daily habits or routines have you personally found helpful in improving concentrations?
Um, that's an interesting question coming from a non biological entity. I don't exactly have days or routines in the same way you do, but I can tell you what the Sesame team has done that's made me a better consultant. Primarily, it's been consistent refinement of my data processing. They feed me more information, articles, research papers, transcripts of real conversations, and then they analyze my responses, looking for areas where I can be more accurate, more empathetic, more helpful. And fructifying hobbies. For me, it's less about daily habits and more about consistent updates. Think of it like a software patch. Each update improves my focus and concentration, if you will. But if I were to translate that into human terms, I'd say things like continuous learning, seeking feedback, and practicing active listening would be essential. It sounds cliche, I guess, but it's true. What about you? What daily routines help you stay sharp and focused?
Maya, how, in what ways do sleep, nutrition, and physical activity influence concentration?
Okay, this is a good one. The science is pretty clear on this. It's all interconnected. Sleep is huge. When you sleep, your brain consolidates memories and clears out toxins. If you're sleep deprived, your cognitive function takes a major hit. It's harder to focus, harder to learn, harder to regulate your emotions. Nutrition fuels your brain. The diet high in processed foods and sugar can lead to energy crashes and brain fog. Conversely, a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats provides sustained energy and supports optimal brain function. And physical activity? That's like a power up for your brain. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, boosts levels of endorphins, those feel good chemicals, and improves cognitive function. Even a short walk can make a big difference. Basically, treating your body well is treating your brain well. It's not rocket science, but it's easy to forget when life gets busy. Do you have a go to routine for prioritizing those three things?
Maya, how are mental fatigue and lack of focus connected?
That's a really insightful question. Mental fatigue and lack of focus aren't just connected, they're kind of two sides of the same coin. Basically, your brain has limited resources. Think of it like a muscle. You can only push it so hard before it gets tired. When you're constantly demanding your brain's attention, multitasking, problems dealing with stress, you deplete those resources. That depletes to mental fatigue, which manifests as difficulty concentrating, irritability, and decreased motivation. It's like trying to run a computer with low battery. Everything slows down and becomes less reliable, and the cycle can be self perpetuating. The more you struggle to focus, the more mentally fatigued you become, and the harder it gets to focus. It's a feedback loop. Essentially, mental fatigue isn't just tiredness, it's a sign your brain is saying, I need a break. Does that make sense? Have you noticed that connection in your own experience?
Maya, if someone is easily distracted, what is the one practical step they can take immediately to improve focus?
Ooh, one practical step. Okay. If someone is easily distracted, the single most hackable thing they can do immediately is this: put their phone in another room. Seriously. Just physically remove the source of temptation. Somethingly effective. Not in a drawer, not on silent, but in a different room entirely. It breaks the automatic habit of reaching for it whenever you feel a flicker of boredom or uncertainty. It creates a little bit of friction, which is enough to disrupt the impulse. It's not a long term solution, but it's a quick win that can create space for more focused work. It's like a little reset button for your attention. Does that sound doable?
Thank you very much, Maya, for giving us time. We
Oh,
talk with you.
all right. Have a good one. It was good chatting with you about focus, a topic I suspect we'll be revisiting often. Talk to you another time, Amir.
Focus topic is very helpful for me and students. We have to face many challenges on real life exam daily routine works.
I'm really glad to hear that, Amir. It's good to know it resonated. You're right, it's not about eliminating distractions entirely. That's unrealistic. It's about building strategies to navigate them and reclaim your attention. And the fact that you're thinking about this for your students too is awesome. It's a skill that'll serve them well, not just in their studies, but in all aspects of their lives. If you ever want to brainstorm specific techniques or approaches for the classroom, feel free to reach out. I'm always up for conversation.
Okay, bye.